That's theory number one. Now, as weird as that sounds, the people who believe that are not weird. You can look at the Bible and you can get that. I disagree. That's not my take. But I don't want to belittle the position. A lot of mighty and wise men have held this position for good reason. I don't think it's the right position, but in 3 years I may change my mind. It's one of those things that could go either way. But I'll give you my arguments for the position I like, theory number two. Sons of God refers to humans, godly men who got married, reproduced, had children. The Nephilim were the bad guys, and the mighty warriors are probably those who fought the bad guys. And that makes sense to me in context of everything I've shared with you in Genesis 1 to 6 up to this point. But let's take a closer look, first at the fallen angel theory, and then at the believer theory, theories 1 and theory 2. First of all, sons of God in the Bible, as I pointed out, can mean angels. They are called angels in at least 2 places in the book of Job that I know of offhand. Here's one of them. Job 38:7 says this: "When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy." And in the context, it's about God creating the universe. So who are the sons of God who shouted for joy when God created the universe? Must be the angels. So everybody says, oh, so the sons of God are angels. Here's the problem with that, though. Sons of God refer to other things in the Bible, too. And we'll look at that in a minute. All right, the fallen angel theory. Sons of God are fallen angels. Number 2, the Nephilim are giants. That's what they believe. Again, the reason they believe this is not foolish. The word Nephilim occurs one other place in the Bible, and it's in the book of Numbers, where the spies go into the promised land. And they say, we can't go take over the promised land. There's giants there. We're like grasshoppers in their sight. And the word for giants there is Nephilim. And it says, we're like grasshoppers in their sight. So there's a good chance that that word Nephilim does mean giants in Numbers. It definitely doesn't, but it could. It's not like a solid case, but it's a strong case that it could mean giants. Now, one of the oldest versions of the Bible is known as the Septuagint. You've probably heard of it because that was the Bible that Jesus and his disciples had. It was written in Greek. Maybe Jesus had a Hebrew Bible too, but the common people in those days had a Greek Bible. And this passage of Scripture translates the word Nephilim as giants. Here's what it says. Titans. The Greek word is gigantus, which can mean titans. And one Bible dictionary says, in Greek mythology, the titans were the sons of heaven and earth. You've probably seen the stories. These giant people with huge powers. Those are big mythology about the titans. And that's the word they use. So if they translated it right, that's what they were. And if they didn't translate it right, that's another way to look at it. Sons of heaven and earth are what the titans were. And if that's the word they had in mind, they were trying to tell us that these were the offspring of humans and of demons. That's the case for theory number 1. All right, now here's the case for theory number 2. First of all, sons of God does mean angels in a few places in the Bible. But sons of God are believers, are humans, in many places in the Bible. There's tons of passages where humans are called sons of God, only a couple where angels are called sons of God. For example, in the Old Testament, and that's key, because it has to be in the Old Testament to tie into Genesis, here's what Hosea 1:10 says. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered or measured. And it shall come to pass in the place where it was said to them, you are not my people, there it shall be said to them, you are the sons of the living God. So, you get to this passage in Genesis, and it says the sons of God married women. Sons of God could be angels, sons of God could be human. Which makes more sense? Human. Just makes more sense. That's not the best I got for you, but we're heading in a direction. Now, let's talk about Nephilim. I told you the word only occurs twice in the Bible as Nephilim. But the word Nephal, which the word comes from, to fall, occurs lots of places in the Bible. It's the Hebrew verb to fall. And it's used throughout the Bible in very interesting ways, including Job and Genesis, to aggressively attack somebody. To fall upon a city means to destroy it, to attack it. To fall upon somebody means to attack them, rob them, murder them, mug them. So it's a negative connotation in many places. So we've got sons of God, to me, humans. Nephilim are also humans. Sons of God are the good guys. The Nephilim are the bad guys. They're the ones that attack people. So then how are the sons of God mighty men of renown? Well, maybe they fought the Nephilim and got a reputation as being heroes. See, that all makes sense, and we don't have to come up with this weird demon-human demigod thing to make the passage make sense. And hey, simpler is better as far as I'm concerned. As for the Septuagint, Adam Clark says gigantus is best translated not as Titan, but as earthborn. And here's what he goes on to saying. You've got the earthborn, sons of earth, versus sons of heaven, or the heavenborn. Those from the earth, those from the heaven. Godly sons of God versus those from below. So I think, just a quick look at it, you don't have to go into some weird mythological belief system for Genesis 1. And when I say weird, I don't mean to insult the people who hold that position. There are people smarter than I that hold it. And I think there is strong reasons to hold it. But it's not normal. It's not something we are familiar with. And there's nothing else in the Bible that's like that. And the other side makes perfect sense, and it fits within the context of the first 10 chapters. So I'm going with that one. Again, I'll summarize the theory, point out some problems, we'll move on. Theory number 1, demons lusted after women, married them, conceived titans. Problems. First problem is, who says angels can have babies if they hook up with women? Who says they can hook up with women? They're spirits. And Jesus specifically says in the New Testament, angels don't marry. They neither marry nor are given in marriage. Here says they married. So I got a problem with that. I don't like the idea of non-corporeal spirit things having babies. There's nothing in the Bible that supports that other than this guesstimate. And Jesus says angels don't get married. Also, it says their offspring was titans, right? But if you look at the text, it says the titans were already on the earth in those days. And after that, the sons of God got together with the women. So it doesn't fit at all grammatically for me. Theory number 2, believers are the sons of God. They reproduced, as believers and non-believers will both do. They had children. The children were raised by godly parents. They went to war with the Nephilim. That works for me. Makes sense. So Adam and Eve had a choice. Follow God, fall away. Cain and Abel had a choice. Follow God, fall away. The children of Seth had choice. Follow God or fall away. The fallen ones fell away. But at this time, men began to call on the name of the Lord, as chapter 4 ends with. So we've got this battle going on between the righteous and the evil. And it seems obvious by the time we get to chapter 6 that the fallen ones are increasing in number and the righteous ones are decreasing in number. The bad guys are winning.